Spain in F124 is a real test of your car's balance and your skill, because there are plenty of different corners, all with different styles from slow to medium and fast turns. Kicking off our wet car setup for Spain, I've set the aero to 43 and 33. This is an increase of 1 on the front wing and 2 on the rear wing. This is for wet conditions with inter tyres, but if you're racing full wets in extreme weather, then I'd consider increasing the front wing by another 1 and the rear wing by another 1 or 2. For the transmission, I've lowered the on throttle right down from 60 to 35 to help with traction, and I've set the off throttle to 40, which is the same as our dry setup. And I've also set the engine brake to 70, again same as our dry setup. For the suspension geometry, once again set your front and rear camber all the way left and set the front toe to 0. I've then put a little bit of rear toe in for 0.07 to help with stability. For your suspension, go with 40 and 4 and then 16 and 8 on your ARBs, which is a little bit softer than our dry setup. Generally, our wet setups will always be softer than the dry to help with stability and make your car a little bit less prone to snapping on you. For the ride height, I've gone 30 and 57, a little bit higher than our dry setup to help reduce any risk of aquaplaning. For the brakes, I've lowered the pressure by 1% down to 99 just to help eliminate some front lock-in. And then I've set the brake bias to 55%, which is a pretty big increase over the 52% we're running our dry setup. This is primarily because of the 1.6 patch, which forces us to run slightly more forward brake bias setups. So if you are using our original dry setup, I'd probably increase the brake bias forward a little bit as well. For the tyres, I've gone 28 on the front right, 29 psi on the front left, and then 26 psi on both rear tyres. Spain is brutal on tyre wear, but in the rain and after 1.6, we can actually lower our pressures a little bit away from the maximum. And that will round out our Spanish car setup in the rain in F124. This was created using inter tyres in wet conditions, so if you're using the full wet tyres, you may want to soften the suspension a little bit more or maybe increase your downforce. Let me know how you're getting on with our car setups in the comments below. I love hearing the tweaks you guys make and how you actually find the setups and how they drive. And until next time, I will see you on track.